Good evening. If there's no objection, we are back from executive session and ready to go into the business meeting for the Cobb School Board for Thursday, August 24th. And what we need to do now is, Mr. Scamahorn, would you please lead us in our inspiration and Pledge of Allegiance?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd be glad to. I would like to request that if we all could we stand in a moment of silence to the fallen officers that are heroes and that are keeping our society from becoming chaos. So if you would give a moment of silence, please stand. Thank you. Now, if you'd Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Thank you, Mr. Scamahorn.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, and next is board recognitions. Mr. Superintendent.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair, members of the board, if you will join me in front. We have quite the list tonight, but all are very important to be recognized. Thanks.
Thank you, Chairman Chastain, members of the board, and Superintendent Ragsdale. We are thrilled to announce the global learning company Houghton Mifflin Harcourt named Dowell Elementary School third grader Layla Hummings as one of the 15 national recipients of the 2017 180 Student Awards, which honors students for their significant math and literacy gains using intensive intervention programs. Layla is the only elementary student to win in her area this year. At this time, we would like to invite Layla to join the board at the front of the room, along with Dowell Principal Christine Denizio, Read 180 teacher Tamala Isley, Personalized Learning Supervisor Diane Rice, Personalized Learning Consultant Casey Berry, and Houghton Mifflin Harcourt representatives Brian Leitzheiser and Pam Waller. Come forward. We are excited that the Pope High School baseball team captured the Class 6A baseball state championship. It is the Greyhounds' third state title in the past 9 seasons. At this time, we would like to invite the Pope High School baseball team, Coach Jeff Rowland and Principal Tom Flugum, to join the board at the front of the room. Congratulations.
right here. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Now, Principal Flugum, please stick around. We have another recognition for Pope High School. In addition to the baseball state championship, Pope High School also won the Class 6A Directors Cup from the Georgia Athletic Directors Association. The award is given annually to the most successful athletic departments in the state. The board would like to congratulate members of the Pope's athletic department. With the Pope coaches, please come forward to join your school principal.
They want you to stand by yourself. Get a photo? There we go. All right, here we go. Thanks, there we are. And 1, 2, 3. Got it.
We have a night filled with state champions. The Lassiter High School boys lacrosse team dominated the undefeated Lambert Longhorns in a 10-5 victory and Class 6A state championship title. After the Trojans' amazing lacrosse season, the board would like to congratulate them on bringing home another state championship. Principal Dr. Chris Ritchie and Coach Chuck Goddard, please come forward with your champions. All good? Got everybody? All right. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, Campbell High School doesn't have just one state champion. They have 3. Rachel Robertson soared her way to first place in the Class 7A high jump. Alexis Jones's speed earned her Class 7A state championship titles in the 100-meter hurdles and the 300-meter hurdles. Unfortunately, Alexis is unable to join us this evening. She has already left for college, where she will continue her success in track. We would like to ask Rachel, Campbell Principal Dr. Gene Walker, and track coach Terrence Wilson to come forward to be congratulated by the board.
No, you're good. Here we go. All right, here we go. All together. And 1, 2, 3. Get one more here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Thanks, Matt.
We are not finished with our track state champions. McEachern High School's track stars won first place in the Class 7A 400-meter relay. McEachern's Victoria Agjan. She captured an individual state championship title in the Class 7A triple jump. Please come forward for congratulations from the board. Sequoia Hunter, Tamaya Roberts, Jada Parsons, Victoria Agyan, Coach Philip Hoskins, and Principal Regina Montgomery. We are thrilled to announce that Pope High School also has track state champs. The Greyhounds showed off their speed in the Class 6A 400-meter relay, winning first place in the state. Hope Glenn earned state titles in the 100-meter and the 200-meter. Unfortunately, Hope was unable to join us tonight, but her 400-meter relay teammates are here. Maggie Hudson, Brooke Mizell, and Denise Iza. Please join Pope track coach Gerard Johnson and Principal Tom Flugum at the front of the room so you can be congratulated. Our state's track champions continue with Kennesaw Mountain High School's Rachel Gould, who cleared 10 feet 6 inches to make her the Class 7A pole vault state champion. Rachel, please come forward with your principal, Dr. Mark Trachtenbreuer, for congratulations by the board.
You go up, everybody else stay where you are, and then everybody back. There we go. Now we're good. We are. 1, 2, 3.
Our next state champion in track tied a state record when she cleared more than 12 feet to win the Class 6A pole vault state championship title. Allatoona High School's Courtney Long was state runner-up the prior year, but recently vaulted her way to first. At this time, we would like to invite Courtney, Principal John Kelly, Coach Patrick Parsons, and Athletic Director Amy Howard to come forward to have a picture taken with the board.
Here. 1, 2, 3.
Allatoona state champion recognitions are not done. Allatoona High School won their first state champion for Class 6A boys track. We asked the Principal John Kelly, Coach Patrick Parsons, Athletic Director Amy Howard, stay here or come back to the front of the room and join members of the Allatoona track team who are on their way forward.
All right, we're gonna need to call guys on the yes. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're good. All right, Mr. Chastain. There we go. All right. Everybody thinks short. Here we go. Yeah, let's get it. 1, 2, 3. All right, one more. Here we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Got it.
But hold on, Allatoona. We have one more recognition for you. As a result of the success of Allatoona High School's athletic teams, the Georgia Athletic Directors Association awarded Allatoona the Class 6A Directors Cup for boys. At this time, the board is pleased to honor at the front of the room Principal John Kelly, Coach Patrick Parsons, Athletic Director Amy Howard, basketball coach Marcus Hood, and basketball player Roland Wooden.
Oh, we getting everybody? Director's cut. Everybody back in? That's good. All right, here we go. You do where? Waiters in front. Waiters. All right. Here we go. Mr. Banks, can you go that way just one? There you go. Just there. All right, here we are. One more time. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Got it.
We are thrilled that we have the opportunity to recognize 9 Skills USA state champions from North Cobb High School. As I call your name right now, please stand. Plumbing state champion Nolan Moore. Career Pathway Showcase Industrial Engineering and Technology state champions Patrick Wright, Sam Winder, and Adam Lawley. They also won 3rd place at Nationals. Career Pathway Showcase Arts, Audiovisual Technology and Communication State Champions, Emily Lapierre, Taylor Mason, and Daniel McAnn. They also won 3rd place at Nationals in addition to state. Cabinet Making State Champion, Patrick Duckett. Audio Radio Production Station Champions, Connor Langston and Brandon Boggs. Broadcast News Production Station Champion, Josh Arias, Turner McWalter, Emmett Schindler, and Josh Dawson. Georgia Commercial State Champions, Dira Ambanzna, Daniel Reyes, Mohammed Isman. Mechanical Drafting Display State Champion, Michael Dollar. Sports Highlight Reel State Champions, Anthony Bolden and Trayvon Crawford. Now, we would like all of you to come forward along with Skills USA Advisor Michael Bacarsi, CTAE Supervisor Jackie Brown, Principal Bucky Horton, former North Cobb High School video production teacher Josh Dempsey.
Everybody scoot this way. There we go. There we go. Balance. Composition. Here we go. Everybody ready? Looking good. All right. On three. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Got it. All right.
We're excited to announce the next recognition for the 4th consecutive year. The North Cobb High School, Harrison High School Navy JROTC team won the Brain Brawl National Championship. Some of the members of the National Championship team were unable to join us this evening, but we are thrilled to recognize the following members from North Cobb High School: students Dawson Bowman, Jackson Fowler, and Paul King; Senior Naval Science Instructor Commander Joel Reeves; Naval Science Instructor First Sergeant Michael Dickerson. Please join CTAE Supervisor Jackie Brown at the front of the room. And we also have the Best All-Around Navy JROTC program. For our next championship team, the North Cobb and Harrison High School Navy JROTC program also earned the Best All-Around Navy JROTC program for Area 12, which includes 59 programs in Georgia and Florida. So we ask that the unit commanding officer, Samantha Martinez, Unit Executive Officer, Malaya Rock, Unit Operations Officers, Mohammed Abusad, and CTAE Supervisor Jackie Brown, along with Principal Bucky Horton, come to the front of the room. While we're here. We are thrilled to also have state champions On the elementary school level, Shalford Falls Elementary School won the Science Olympiad State Championship. The Georgia ESO is the largest science Olympiad in the United States. This year's competition challenged students from 67 teams in events that cover earth, life, and physical science topics. The board would like the Shalford Falls Science Olympiad champions to come forward along with Principal Felicia Angel and team sponsors Cameron Puckett, Patricia Taylor, Science Supervisor Christian Callie, and STEM and Innovation Supervisor Dr. Sally Creel.
Take note, this is a work of art.
Come on up. All right. Great. This is awesome. All right. Here we go. Perfect. Now we're good. There we go. All right. Here we go. All right. On three. Everybody smile. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Everybody? Yep. Did you get them? Mom? Everybody? Good? Okay. All right. We're all going this way.
We are delighted to recognize 3 schools for achieving Advanced Ed STEM certification. As the internationally recognized mark of quality for STEM schools and programs, the Advanced Ed certification highlights a school's commitment to STEM education and preparing students for future STEM careers. We ask that Mathematics Supervisor Michelle Mikes, Science Supervisor Christian Callie, and STEM and Innovation Supervisor Dr. Sally Creel come to the front of the room to join in all of these recognitions. First, we recognize Shalford Falls Elementary School. Please come forward, Principal Felicia Angel, Assistant Principal Jill Spiva, and STEM teacher Catherine Mills. Now we recognize our next Advanced Ed STEM certified school, Brumby Elementary School. As I call your name, please come forward to be recognized by the board. Principal Dr. Amanda Ritchie, Assistant Principal Lindsay McGovern, Technology Coach Sandra Lake, teachers Megan McNaughton, Mary Beiser, Krista Smith, Kristen Calazuro, Kathleen Clark, Yvonne Borchardt, Kara DePriest, and Elizabeth Treadwell, in addition to Counselor Loretta Davis and Academic Coach Kevin Johnson. At the middle school level, we have the pleasure of recognizing Mabry Middle School for earning Advanced Ed STEM certification. Principal Mary Lee Heflin and Assistant Principals Dr. Wendy Pettit and Anthony Cobb and CTAE Supervisor Jackie Brown. Please join the board and other members for us to recognize your achievement. Georgia's Department of Education recently awarded STEAM certification to Mapleton Elementary School, making it the third school in Georgia to achieve that designation. STEAM is the arts infused into STEM. The board would like to congratulate the following people at the front of the room for Mapleton's STEAM success: Dr. Sally Creel, STEM and Innovation Supervisor; Michelle Mikes, Mathematics Supervisor; Principal Pamela Kane; Assistant Principal Lori Aarons; SLI Charlie Eady; STEAM Specialist Sean Splosky; Innovation Specialist Alana Davis; Academic Coach Dana Jones; teachers Mustafa Cable, Kristen Bosley, Jill Caitlin, Christina Lai, Sabrina Priestley; Math and Technology Specialist Amber Phillips; Visual Arts and Learning Design Supervisor Laura LaQuaglia. Congratulations. We are excited to announce another STEAM certification, Wheeler High School. It's the first high school program in Cobb County to achieve STEAM certification from the Georgia Department of Education. Program certification requires a designated group of students who are representative of the overall demographics of the school to complete a STEAM program. We now invite the following people to join the board: Dr. Sally Creel, STEM and Innovation Supervisor; Michelle Mikes, Mathematics Supervisor; Principal Dr. Peter Giles; teachers Dr. Jenny Berkmeyer, Kelly Carr, Dr. Dwayne Wasson, and Stacy Regatsky; Magnet Program Supervisor Advisor Dr. Cheryl Crooks. Please come forward.
Took his Wheaties today.
Today, we have the honor of recognizing 3 employees for their 40 years of service. As I call your names, please come forward with your principal to receive your 40 years of service pins from the board. Joan Jackson, Dodgen Middle School. Also with 40 years, Rebecca Mueller, Kennesaw Mountain High School. And Mary Allen, Osborne High School. Now we have the pleasure to recognize the elementary level Teacher of the Year, Stacy Pitts. The 18-year veteran teacher works as a STEM lab teacher at Vaughn Elementary School. Stacy, please come forward so the board can thank you for your dedication to your students. Along with Dr. Shannon McGill, Vaughn Principal, Dr. Kevin Carpenter, Vaughn Assistant Principal, and Megan Smith, School Leadership Intern. We are thrilled to recognize the district's high school level Teacher of the Year, Holly Hoover. In her 5th year, Holly teaches 10th grade literature at Kennesaw Mountain High School. The board would like Holly and Kennesaw Mountain Principal Dr. Mark Trachtenbroit to come forward to be congratulated. For the finale for board recognitions of the evening, we are delighted to honor our middle school level Teacher of the Year, who is also our district level Teacher of the Year, Nicole Kempson. She's an earth science teacher from Lindley 6th Grade Academy, and she now has the goal of becoming state Teacher of the Year. So to encourage her on her Teacher of the Year journey, the board would like her to come forward with her principal, Dr. Denise McGee, so we can congratulate you on your journey. Congratulations again to everyone on all their achievements. This concludes our recognitions for this evening. Thank you.
All right. That was fun. Thank you all. It thrills me to see all of the leaders, the teachers who work with our kids and the kids and the people who've made the long-term commitments. Imagine, 40 years of anything. But if my wife's watching, I'm looking forward to our 40th anniversary. All right. Let's see. Now we've done this. It's time for public comment. Let's move on to Mr. Doyle, who's been sitting over there by himself. Hi, Mr. Doyle.
Hello. Mr. Chair, we have 4 speakers this evening. And how much time can we allot?
Let's do 4 minutes apiece.
4 minutes. Yeah. Our first speaker is John Williams, who will discuss Osborne High rebuild, and he'll be followed by Mark Perez.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here tonight to discuss the rebuild of Osborne. I got some serious issues with it. We were told back in March, at a meeting March 6th, that the rebuild of Osborne was starting mid-June. My wife asked the question, are you sure that you're going to put shovels in the ground in June? We were told yes. Well, that didn't happen. You were still taking bids until the end of July. So in mid-July, I called Mr. Parker, emailed Mr. Parker, and asked him about what was going on. He said Osborne was a hard bill. They will start in October and be completed by January. Well, in the paper today it says you're going to start in October, won't be complete until after March. What is it? This is the reason why my community, the Milford Osborne community, has so much problems with what goes on. We were told one thing, and every time we were told something, things change. Just give them an honest answer. That's all we ask for, when something's going to be done for us. Every time we look around, we're being shoved aside. According to Mr. James Wilson, there's money for Osborne, so it's not a money issue. So what is it? Ms. Kellenhorn, I appreciate you saying in the paper this morning, yesterday, today, that it's time for Osborne to be rebuilt. I appreciate that. We should have been rebuilt. We're tired every time something goes on. We're always the ones who have to wait. Cameras getting there, Jim. Every school. Walton's about to start phase 2. But even started phase 1 for us. So we're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. So y'all keep saying that the south side of the county, we're a priority, then show us. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Mark Perez, who will discuss the calendar, and he'll be followed by Ann Otwell.
Good evening, members of the board, Superintendent Ragsdale. My name is Mark Perez. I'm a UNICEF director with the Georgia Association of Educators. I represent and work with our local affiliate, the Cobb County Association of Educators. Our local president's Connie Jackson, who's out of town today, so today I get to be Connie. She asked that I come to you this evening specifically to address the issue of the balanced calendar and our support of the balanced calendar. In her building visits, in her exchanges with individuals, both with parents and with educators, the majority of the individuals to whom she speaks with are all in support of the balanced calendar. So we hope you maintain and continue to move forward with that process. We understand that there's a few individuals who seem to be very vocal attempting to change that. And the last time we went through that process after school started just caused chaos that's really unfair to educators, students, parents, and community members. So we hope you continue forward with the balanced calendar. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Ann Otwell, who will discuss Educators First.
Good evening, Board and Superintendent. My name is Ann Otwell. I am with Educators First, and I also want to speak with the issue of the changing the school calendar to eliminate the fall and winter breaks. We've surveyed our membership, and our membership, 76+%, would like for us to not change the calendar. They want to continue the breaks. They say that their students, as well as teachers themselves, have several times throughout the year to recoup and to gear up for the next session, and they would like to keep it that way. Thank you very much.
Our final speaker, Mr. Chairman, and I'm going to do my best, Harsimran Minyas.
Good evening. My name is Simran Minhas, and I'm a student at Walton High School. Thank you for giving me this time to talk about this crucial issue. The Walton Robotics team is more than just a world-class competitive robotics team from Cobb County. As echoed in our mission statement, service to community is foremost in our purpose. The mission of the Walton Robotics team is to help students develop personal and professional skills, inspire students to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, and promote STEM as fun, rewarding, and a pathway to a brighter future. Since our inception in 2007, the Walton Robotics team has spent more than 17,855 hours in service to our community. We've hosted 29 STEM camps, helped create and support over 20 teams annually at our tournaments, distributed 50 STEM education kits, and supported Cobb Science initiatives with Cobb EMC Nights, Science Family Nights, and Science Olympiad. We've also hosted and presented at professional speaking workshops annually for teachers and administrators at events like STEM Forum, GSTA, and Cobb Teachers Academy. We recognize the importance of providing access to education and careers, and so have held workshops for female students, empowering them to consider STEM fields by connecting STEM industry and professionals with Cobb teachers and students. We believe our efforts have not only increased school engagement, but have also led to increased opportunities for education in all of Cobb County. However, on October 1st, we will be losing our build space. The reality is that without a space to organize, communicate, and collaborate, this great STEM institution that we have so carefully built will be lost. We would like to gratefully acknowledge the efforts of Superintendent Ragsdale and Mr. Wagner so far in this process, but we respectfully request the county's assistance in identifying a robotics build space to ensure that STEM remains viable for all of Cobb County through our efforts as passionate students interested in serving our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Doyle, and thank you to all of our speakers for participating. Now, next we have the approval of the minutes from the August 9th, 2017 work session. If there are no objections to approval, seeing none, they are approved. Now we are ready to hear board business, and I'll begin with my topic of local board training. As you all know, we are required by Georgia law to participate in 9 hours of continuing education. The Georgia School Board Association, or GSBA, has a day of training on November the 30th as part of their GSBA convention, and I would like to recommend that we approve our training plan where we would agree to entertain the GSBA convention for 6 hours of board training. If that does not work with any one individual, there are available resources through Gregory Doyle. They're also qualified to teach. And then I would also propose that we're working on 2 retreats, one in the fall semester, one in the spring semester, where the dates would to be determined at something that's convenient for the board, where we would get a total of 3 hours of whole board training that would be administered by Mr. Doyle or someone else. So that is my recommendation, and I'm recommending it for action, so it's a motion that we approve this plan. So I have my motion, a second. Mr. Sweeney has a second. Any discussion? Mr. Banks? Mr. Banks, second. All right. Any other discussion? Any comments? Okay, so I'll be signing this, and we'll be turning into the GSP. Well, we got a vote. That's right. All those in favor? Okay. All right, 5-0. All right, thank you. All right, that is done. That concludes board business. Next, we have the approval of the agenda. If there is no objection, our agenda is approved. And now we'll go to the superintendent's report, along with any items requiring action following executive session. Mr. Ragsdale.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, members of the board, I'm going to ask John Adams to bring all items requiring action following executive session.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. Mr. Chair, members of the board, it's my pleasure to bring you the Human Resources Personnel Report for today, August 24th, 2017. The administration recommends the approval of the identified employment actions of those individuals listed on the Personnel Action Report as discussed in executive session. We have one principal level or higher position recommendation. Recommend that you accept the resignation of Donna Lowry, Director of Media and Public Relations, effective September 1st, 2017. And this concludes the personnel report.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Adams. Mr. Scamahorn.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Make a motion to approve as read the personnel actions.
Thank you, Mr. Scamahorn. Do I have a second? All right, Ms. Thayer seconds. Any discussion, any comments? All right, all those in favor? All right, and that's 5-0. Thank you. All right, and now we're going to go to our consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Ms. Thayer, a second. Mr. Scamahorn, all those in favor? All right, thank you. That's 5-0. All right, now moving on to discussion agenda, Mr. Ragsdale.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chair, members of the board, I'm going to ask John Adams to come and bring discussion agenda item number 1.
Thank you, sir. Once again, Mr. Chair, members of the board, Mr. Superintendent, Discussion agenda item number 1, recommendation to phase out the existing buildings at Osborne High School. As discussed in our previous meeting and in accordance with SPLOST 4, Osborne High School is scheduled to receive a new facility that will house classrooms and administration. Building this new facility will require demolition of existing buildings. The Georgia DOE requires that the local boards submit a resolution that phases out the existing facilities, and approval of this resolution will allow us to comply with the DOE requirements, move forward with the construction of this new facility at Osborne High School, and eventually receive state capital outlay funds that are listed in our FY19 state capital outlay application. Approval of this resolution to phase out the existing facility is recommended at no cost. While this is not designed to be an exhaustive presentation on what we're going to be doing in Osborne, I do want to give you an overview, though, to give you a little more information. Generally speaking, we'll be replacing the administration and counseling and English, math, science, social studies, CTAE, ROTC, art, and special education classrooms. We'll be replacing the oldest gymnasium with a 3,000-seat competition gymnasium, upgrading the press box, field house, concessions, and ticket booth at the football stadium, upgrading concessions, locker room, press box, and toilet rooms at the baseball stadium, reconfiguring the front entrance to add more parking and queuing space, consolidating classrooms under one roof with a more manageable footprint and layout, improving safety and security features on campus, and planning for a future 750-seat theater as proposed in SPLOST 5. A little bit more specifically, in terms of buildings, we are recommending that you phase out the main building, which houses the administration and counseling area, as well as the classrooms in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 600 hallways. That building dates back to 1961. The auxiliary gym, the 800 building, which includes science, and the 900 building that includes ROTC, art, CTAE, and special education. Some of the buildings will remain functional, typically those that are 2004 vintage or newer. There's a gap naturally between the 1997 and 2004 years. Those buildings that remain functional will be the music addition that houses band, choral, and orchestra, the competition gym, which will become a future auxiliary gym, weight room, cafeteria and kitchen, media center and classrooms, and again, a theater with a proposed 750-seat theater in SPLOST 5. The old theater is proposed to become a black box theater. And then just briefly in terms of timeline, we're going to have to, as Mr. Ragsdale described, phase this in. We plan to do the stadium improvements first. If the board approves this, we will probably start that process in October, and then we'll have 2 more phases for you that we'll bring to you as soon as we can, and you'll see back to back to back. So I'm available for any questions.
Okay, Ms. Thayer.
Mr. Adams, just... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had questions first.
Make a motion first.
Okay. I make a motion that we approve this agenda item.
All right, Mr. Scammahorn seconds. Okay, now discussion, please.
Okay.
Ms. Thayer.
Thank you. On the field house, we had hoped to have that done this summer. What are the projections now? I know we hit some snags. When will that, because that's the first piece I understand that will actually be produced. When will that now be done?
Yes, ma'am. And generally speaking, stadium improvements, field house, press box, concessions, tickets. If the board should approve this tonight, then we would plan to start construction in October of 2017 and have that completed, that first phase, in March of 18.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it would take that long to have that completed.
That's what we're anticipating, and the next phase would then start as soon as that's completed.
Mr. Scammahorn.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Adams. Did I hear you mention the year 1961? Is that?
Yes, sir. The main building is older than I am.
Okay. And is that when the original building was built in 61?
Yes, sir. Depending on the year, the buildings range that we'll be replacing range from 61 up through 97.
Okay. Do you recall when North Cobb opened?
No, sir.
1959, and a significant part of that's still there to include the original gym. Just thought I'd enlighten you a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Scamahorn. Anyone else? Questions, comments? I keep looking to the left out of habit. All right.
Clem's not talking.
Yeah, I know, Clem just, all right. Are we ready to vote? All right. All in favor, raise your hand, please. All right, and that's 5-0. Thank you, yes. And we'll get signs up as soon as we start, right, Mr. Adams? Yes, sir. All right, we want people to know that we're getting going here. Okay, and that brings us to board member comments. We'll start with Mr. Scamahorn.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I'd like to just briefly go back to, well, before I go back to that, I'd like to congratulate a couple of folks. Miss Donna Lowry is leaving. I wish her nothing but the best. We had her so briefly, and we wish her well in her future endeavor. I do anyway. I wish her well in her future endeavors. And then also I'd like to, again, congratulate and recognize all of our students and faculty and staff that was recognized. Again, just phenomenal things going on in this county, phenomenal students. And I'd also like to recognize the 3 teachers that had 40 years each. That's, what is that math? 120 years of experience. Just 180. 120. She was testing me. I know she was. It's phenomenal. 40 years, the amount of changes in education from the day those young ladies walked into the classroom to now. And then also, if I might, I'm a bit jealous because even after 40 years, they all look much younger than me, and I didn't have near 40 years in the classroom. So congratulations to all on that. And then finally, if I may go back to the beginning of our meeting where we had the inspiration moment of silence, I want to make sure that we understand that heroes don't wear capes. They wear badges. Heroes are the ones that save the rest of us. Heroes are the ones that come running toward danger when the rest of us are running away from it. Keep those officers, to include the fire department, but they're not losing, as far as I know, like we're losing our finest. We have lost since we met here in August the 9th. We've lost, I believe, 8 officers, maybe more, that's not even. Okay, we've lost a total of about 80 officers for the year. That's approximately 10 officers, again, checking my math, 10 police officers a month. You tell me what profession any of us would like to go into that you know that's the rate of attrition. But yet they step up and they do their job and they come to our aid when needed. And if I might, since last we were meeting, keep the family and friends of these officers in your prayers and your thoughts. Lieutenant Henry John J. Cullen III, Virginia State Police. End of watch, Saturday, August 12th, 2017. Trooper Burke M. Bates, Virginia State Police. End of watch, Saturday, August the 12th, 2017. Deputy Sheriff James E. Clark, Quinham County Sheriff's Office, Mississippi. End of watch, August the 13th, 2017. Correctional Officer David Torres Shapiro, Puerto Rico Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, end of watch, Thursday, August 17th, 2017. Police Officer Matthew Scott Baxter, Kissimmee Police Department, Florida, end of watch, Friday, August 18th, 2017. Sergeant Richard Sam Howard, Kissimmee Police Department, Florida, end of watch, Saturday, August the 19th, 2017. Deputy Sheriff Robert Rumfelt, Lake County Sheriff's Department, California, end of watch, Tuesday, August 22nd, 2017. Deputy Sheriff Timothy Braden, True County Sheriff's Office, Arkansas, end of watch, Thursday, August 24th, 2017. I yield back, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Scamahorn. Ms. Thayer.
Thank you, Mr. Chastain. I just wanted to say how very pleased I am that our system is being represented by Nicole Kempson as our Teacher of the Year. She's from Lindley, 6th Grade Academy, and we're just very fortunate to have her and have her representing us. I think she's going to do a really good job, and good luck to her as she competes at the state level. But I also wanted to say there are things that frustrate us all. There are projects that don't get done on time. There are frustrations with this calendar or that calendar, or school buses are hot and those things. But when you think about what we do and what our administrators, our teachers, our bus drivers, what it takes to get this school system functioning, get it up and running every year, and taking care of all of our needs, and dealing with the concerns of our students, our special needs students. This one has a peanut allergy, this one has this problem, and the things that we try to handle every day, and that our teachers on the front lines and our principals and our central office staff deal with, and the service that we provide our community. I think we have to sit back and go, it is amazing the job that our staff does. And I just want to commend everyone for that. And even though it's not always pristine every second, and it doesn't always run exactly the way we would like to for every person, we do our absolute best to get everything done and get it done in the best way that we possibly can. So I want to thank everyone for that. And people out there, don't lose faith. We do. I know sometimes people get beaten up, teachers and administrators and so forth, but we do see the job that you're doing, and we appreciate it, and most of our community appreciates that too. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Thayer. Mr. Banks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I will echo everything you said.
Well, thank you, Mr. Banks.
We do have
turn yours off.
You always try to shut me up. But anyway, tonight I want to pay a special recognition to the Pope High School Culinary Academy for providing dinner for the board members and for the staff. And they were led by the chef instructor, Brad Klink. The students who prepared the food was Kelsey Cozell, a 10th grader, and Rachel McDonald, 11th grader. And we had something unique tonight. We had a soloist playing for us, and her name is Danae Roach, and she's a senior. So I want to say thank them for coming tonight and providing a very excellent meal. Also, I want to pay special recognition and appreciation to Shallover Falls Principal Felicia Angle for the Advanced Ed STEM certification. This is a international recognized certification, and the same thing for Mabry Principal Mary Lee Heflin, who also is a middle school principal, and congratulations to both of those schools. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Banks. Mr. Sweeney.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With a show of hands, how many saw the eclipse this week? The only reason I bring that up is really just to draw a parallel. Is the only thing that eclipses that event is the effort put forth by our team, getting school open and really getting things off to a great start this year. And just want to extend my great appreciation to everybody. Also, congratulations to Karen Hallisey. She is my F&T committee appointee. She was elected as the president-elect of Georgia PTA. To Wheeler High School for their STEAM certification, particularly for Georgia Superintendent Richard Woods for coming out, Superintendent Ragsdale, Deputy Superintendent Alice Stouter, Dr. Mary Elizabeth Davis, Mr. Kevin Daniel. We had a whole bunch of people. Dr. Peter Giles at Wheeler High School, as well as Dr. Cheryl Crooks and their team for really doing a superb effort to become STEAM certified. And also to Sally Creel for her efforts. And Mr. Banks, thank you for attending as well. Walton High School, they had a squeaker of a win versus North Gwinnett at the Corky Kell Classic. For those of you who stayed up late enough, that game concluded at 1 o'clock in the morning, which was quite late. And then lastly, for the Classified Employee of the Year recognition that's coming up, I'm looking forward to attending, and I think it's a great event, and to really appreciate all the effort put forth by the classified employees. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sweeney. Mr. Superintendent.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair. I want to take this opportunity to, again, express thanks to Donna Lowry for everything she has done for us while she's been here, and wish her the best in her promotion. And I'm glad, Mr. Sweeney, you brought up PTA, and obviously we congratulate all of those, especially we had a few, more than one, from Cobb to get state-held positions. And I just want to take this opportunity to say that I appreciate all of the efforts that our local PTAs put forth to get the state PTA ship in the right direction. It goes without saying that it's very disturbing when an organization as important to education as PTA is has the opportunity to get their name and brand tarnished. And so I greatly appreciate the national PTA, the direction that they gave the state, and I appreciate all of our local PTAs and those individuals that really put forth the effort to make this thing get in the right direction again. So I appreciate you bringing that up. Obviously, we had a lot of recognitions tonight, but I want to take a second to identify our STEM and STEAM. All of the STEM certifications obviously are very important, and it just goes without saying that there is a lot of work involved in that. And a lot of people think that when they see the STEM certification, us awarding that to a school, and as many schools as we have in Cobb that have received that state STEM certification, to think that it's, well, just something that you apply for, and because you've got great teachers, you just get awarded that. And that could not be further from the truth, aside from the fact that we have great teachers. But those great teachers have to go through an extraordinary level of work and effort to get that STEM and or STEAM certification from the state, from the district, and from SACS, and all of those agencies combined. So I just want to congratulate all of those schools, but also really put the spotlight on Mableton and Wheeler because they went above and beyond and obtained STEAM certification. And for those of you that know, I not only have a technical background, but it's been rumored that I play the piano and such. So I can absolutely appreciate the arts in STEM. To make this STEAM. So I'm just really excited to see the schools go after that. And I'll go a step further as well to identify one of the main contributors to Wheeler's success is the magnet at Wheeler. It's just an outstanding program. Dr. Crooks does an awesome job with that magnet. And all of our magnets at all of our high schools that currently have a magnet just do an awesome job, and it just shows that Cobb School District knows how to do a magnet program in high school to obtain and attain great success. And it's obviously through the teachers, but also through the programs and the directors. Jackie Brown, I know she wasn't able to be here tonight, but she does an awesome job pertains to those programs as well. So just another round of congratulations to those. You mentioned the solar eclipse. I was thrilled to see that the world did not come to an end Monday as many anticipated it did, that there was not a run on bottled water and the likes, and we actually made it through. But in all seriousness, we delayed school because it was a teachable moment. And it was one of those moments that we needed to take advantage of. So I appreciate all of the schools, the principals and the teachers that were able to do their part and to allow our students to take part in a very historical moment that hopefully they will remember. Cobb Tank. I want to take a moment just to throw out an advertisement. We've not started selling promotions and commercials yet during the filming of that, but we are certainly open to suggestions. I didn't get a challenge bag from the attorney, so I shall proceed. We are now accepting applications. The due date's October 4th. And, you know, one of the things, speaking of the eclipse, one of the benefits, we were able to stream the eclipse live from the observatory at Kennesaw Mountain High School that was provided by Cobb Tank. That was one of their proposals, and it was awarded. And so we were able to stream that live throughout the district, and also with our IPTV program through the district, but also put it on Channel 24 as well. So while some people chose to watch NASA, the better programming to watch was from CCSD. So it just goes without saying that the employees that we recognize today with 40 years of service, I mean, that's a lesson that I think our millennials can take. Because we all hear the stats about how they're going to have, 350 careers by the time they turn 25. But there's something to be said about loyalty to an organization, and having 3 employees that are in education and have been in Cobb for 40 years certainly speaks to the loyalty that they have shown to our organization, and I absolutely appreciate it. Also, to our Teachers of the Year, as Ms. Thayer said, we're proud of all of them, but especially proud of Nicole Kempson, Lindley 6th grade, and her principal, Denise McGee. Again, I've got to reiterate this, that it was just an awesome show of how we recognize our team members when Ms. McGee got a substitute and gave Nicole the day off when she was recognized as being Teacher of the Year. And I think that shows tremendous leadership, and I greatly appreciate Denise doing that. That's just an awesome thing to do. And speaking of team, I know the board is very well aware, and the South Cobb community is aware that Floyd Middle School had to be moved into South Cobb High School because of a power outage this week. And we got an email from Principal Teresa Hargreaves from Floyd that just summarized it perfectly, that everybody came to do what they needed to do, what we've planned to do in case of a situation like this, and it truly showed the one-team approach. And so that's always encouraging, especially for me, because I am very quick to say that is not just our mission statement, but we believe it. So when we talk about things happening and actually coming together, coming to fruition as one team, and I also can't say enough about Clint Terza, principal at South Cobb. He was the receiving school. Not that he had a choice, but the staff at Floyd said that they truly rolled out the red carpet from the staff at South Cobb High School, and that's just really a great accolade for all of our team members that played a part in that. Lastly, I want to wish everybody a safe and restful Labor Day. I know all of our employees, all of our team members do an awesome job every day, and this is just one day that we can take to hopefully not have to labor. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. I will just echo what everybody else has said. I would like to wish Donna Lowry well. Not many of us live our entire career in the public arena, where part of our job is to be on camera every day and to deliver the news, but she's had a long career working on in the media side and has done a great job here at Cobb and helping to invigorate our media communications department, and so we wish you well. And the other thing is I'd like to speak to the Walton Robotics team for a moment. We can't talk about what you talked about during public comments, but you're still here. And thank you for your leadership and for taking the time to come out and address us. As you can see, it's not the most exciting thing to do once the business session starts. But you will notice that a lot of people that spoke in public comments or that were here have left, and you've sat through the whole thing, and you've made the first step. And so I encourage you to create some discussions with your leadership in your school. And I have a great appreciation for what all of our robotics teams do and what it does. So I want to acknowledge you for your leadership and being here this evening. And with that, if there's no objection, we are adjourned.